Okay guys, just carrying on with my videos of the figures that I find hard to get rid of and all that. So just moving along. This is obviously the Braveheart figure. The sculpt there, sculpt by Innie or Cult King, and you can see it's got the little the club there, the wooden club. That's by a Full Metal Custom that made that. The gauntlet comes from Caustic Plastic, made a version of this, but the head sculpt wasn't all that. I think the knife was also by Cult King. That's a genuine, if I can just get it out of the old thing, yeah, it's a genuine metal, like broadsword and all that. So yeah, it's a really nice piece, just in the back there. And you get the then I've got the war hammer. I think that also came from the Caustic Plastic set. They made their own version, but I think their head sculpt was a bit lacking and all that. So yeah, this is the Cult King head sculpt, which is obviously really good. It's like the war version, you know, with the blood splatter and the paint, and obviously the you know, the angry expression and all that. So yeah, really nice piece all in all. There's just another head sculpt. It's also it's just like the relaxed sculpt, which is not bad. I think I like the angrier head sculpt a bit better, but yeah, the relaxed head sculpt's also like pretty decent. Shield obviously, all that. So yeah, Braveheart. Oh yeah, and the boots. That's from Caustic Plastic as well. So it's a bit of a sort of like you know, cobbled together figure from different parts and all that, but I think overall it looks pretty decent. And yeah, obviously the film, like sword like that, it's pretty good. Obviously the sword, the film rather, it you know, splits debate and all that. You know, it's not the historian's favourite film and all that, but yeah, just from sort of like an action adventure sort of standpoint and all that, if you like forget the history, lay the history to one side and all that, it's a really good film and all that. So yeah, just the clothing is really nicely done. The armament, these little buttons here, they can tend to drop off quite easy, so you have to be kind of like super delicate with it. But yeah, this the kilt is like really nice and all that. I used a bit of fabric stiffener, which is like just glue in water and all that, and just mix it together, and it just, you spray it on fabric and it just stiffens it up, gives it a more like natural lay on the body and all that. So yeah, another top figure, and yeah, glad to have it in my collection and all that. As I say, it's not a one piece, it's like a collection of different pieces all put together, but I think the outcome is pretty good. So yeah, another top figure on my list. So guys, carrying on with the Mel Gibson theme, we've got my Mad Max figure here from Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Obviously the follow up to the original film. I think this came out Mad Max in '82, something like that. So it's quite an old film now by today's standards indeed. Yeah, and it's obviously Mad Max playing one of his most iconic roles, Mad Max. Of course he was in the original film, and also this one, and also Return to Fundome or something like that. So yeah, just a figure that I've been working on for a while and all that. I'll just give you a breakdown. The boots I found from someone on Sideshow Freaks, the forum, some of you might know. The leg brace I put together myself, so like various belts and stuff like that, and I just cut the metal bits and all that. So it's as accurate as I could get, really. The knife in there is just a 1/6 knife or 1/6 shotgun. The hands just picked up from eBay. Body is the M32 seamless body from Siphon, and I just made these myself as well. The gun holster, shotgun holster, is from Cult King, as is the clothing, and the little shoulder pad there. The head sculpt, which I think is really good. Really good likeness to Mel Gibson there from Mad Max. That's from a guy called Uli Pekka. I think he's Russian or Ukrainian. He sculpted that. painted up. Then just got a generic jerry can, obviously, which you see Max use in the film, and the crowbar as well. The belt is just a 1/6 military belt, known as a Sam Brown. It's not cross diagonally, but just down the shoulder like that. And then you just got the tools that I made myself. A little pouch there, and the little spanner or the wrench or something. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. There's the dog, again from Colt King. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this guy's turned out. It looks pretty good now. And yeah, probably one of my favourite customs that I've put together and all that. Obviously from a multitude of different parts, and the binoculars there. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it now. Probably just going to leave it alone from now on. Obviously I'd like a bit of a better leg brace and all that, if I could get hold of one. But as it is, it's not too bad. And yeah, I think it looks pretty decent, posed up and all that. And yeah, as I say, it's one of my favourite customs. And yeah, a really good film as well. Mad Max Road Warrior is probably the best in the series, probably better than the original. And yeah, just yeah, really happy with how this guy's turned out finally. And yeah, so another top figure on my list, the Mad Max custom from Mad Max the Road Warrior. Okay guys, next up is my Good Bad the Ugly figures, again from Colt King. Made these probably 4 or 5 years ago now. And yeah, just such an iconic film, obviously, and iconic set of characters. I think they've done really well with the head sculpts. I think they're all pretty much bang on and all that, especially like the Eastwood one. Really great sculpt, and attention to detail on the clothing and all that, on the poncho. And yeah, just a really nice set of figures, obviously from such an iconic movie and all that. Obviously you've got the ugly Eli Wallach, the bad Lee Van Cleef, and the good Clint Eastwood, also called Blondie throughout the movie. Yeah, so yeah, just as I say, from just a fantastic film. And these figures really do it justice and all that. Great attention to detail, and the work on the sculpt and the clothing is really good as well. And yeah, you couldn't hope for much better, really. I think this company, a third party company, sort of recast some of the sculpts and all that and done their own, but these are the original and all that, and obviously the better quality and all that, especially in the paintwork. You'll notice that if you get sort of figures from recasts and all that, the paintwork is probably not going to be up to it and all that. But yeah, it's good for people that I guess missed out and all that. But yeah, these are the real deal and all that from Colt King. And yeah, pretty fortunate to have complete set here and all that. And also that was an exclusive one as well, this the one without the hat, which is probably one of the best figures, the Eastwood figure obviously. And yeah, just sort of took pride of place in my collection. And yeah, probably a set that I probably won't be getting rid of anytime soon. So yeah, the Good, the Bad, the Ugly figures, yeah, fantastic set of figs, no doubt about it. Okay guys, just carrying on from the Western theme, we've got the High Plains Drifter figure here, Clint Eastwood. Yeah, and yeah, fantastic film. If you get a chance to watch it, I think it's made in the early 1970s, 73 or something like that. And yeah, again, Eastwood in another one of his great roles and all that, in the early westerns. And you just see the whip, obviously quite key to the plot. And work on the jacket and the boots is really nice. Again, I've just used that fabric stiffener to make the jacket hang a little bit better. look a bit more realistic. Let's just look at the sculpt. Obviously Eastwood, the High Plains Drifter there, just known as the Stranger in the movie. No one knows his name and all that. And yeah, obviously just rides into town, looking for a good old-fashioned bit of vengeance and whatnot. So yeah, if you get a chance to watch the movie, it's a really good watch. So yeah, I'm really happy that Cult King made this. Yeah, really glad that they made a figure like this. You know, of quite an old movie and all that. And yeah, just really glad to have it in my collection. And again, it's probably another figure, because it's quite a limited run, especially of the like authentic one. There's a few like knockoffs and all that appeared on the market a bit shortly afterwards, but as I say, this is the real deal and all that. So yeah, another figure I'll probably be holding on to for this foreseeable future. So yeah, yeah, High Plains Drifter, the Stranger figure. Yeah, another fantastic figure. Okay guys, next up is another figure set from Cult King. It's obviously Vincent Vega, Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction. So yeah, it was probably made 3 or 4 years ago now, and they updated because the first attempt at the Vincent sculpt was not all that great, but they updated it, and I think they've done a really good job on that. The John Travolta head sculpt there. So yeah, and Samuel L. Jackson obviously is Jules. And little accessories here. We've got the restaurant menu and all that, obviously just before Travolta dances with Uma Thurman in the film. And so a nice detail in there. We've got a little ring on the finger. Little sidearm. Guarding his ears. There's the just a little big Kahuna burger packet, and obviously just about to take a slurp from his tasty beverage, big Kahuna. And yeah, fantastic sculpt, as I say, of Samuel L. Jackson in probably one of his most iconic roles. Probably Pulp Fiction, one of the best movies made in the last 30 years, possibly. And oh yeah, also got the case there. That was a little custom project someone made. And actually flick it open and all that. It's just got a little mechanism in it, and yeah, I'm gonna have to fiddle around with that because it's meant to like light up there, and then you put it back like that, and then it shines up, so you get that effect like it did in the movie. But yeah, pretty nice nevertheless. And yeah, 2 great figures. Yeah, was it Star Race or something done their own and all that, but you know, they weren't a patch on these. So but yeah, really happy to have these figures in my collection. So yeah, the Pulp Fiction figures, Jules, Vincent, yeah, fantastic stuff guys. Surprise surprise, it's another Cult King figure. It's of the Mask, obviously. Jim Carrey in one of his early breakthrough roles, Hollywood. And yeah, as I say, just a little customised base there. Just look at the accessories. You've got the actual mask, the alarm clock that he uses to, the mallet that he smashes the alarm clock with, and obviously the dog as well, Milo, I think he was. Just after putting the mask on himself. So yeah, really well done. And then the money, the bags of money, Edge City Savings and Loans from the first night. So yeah, you can see the interior, of the coat, the tails, and probably the most iconic outfit of the mask, no doubt. Just look at the hat, a little feather in it. So yeah, this is a really fantastic job by Cult King. Probably one of their best ever figures, I'd say. And just give you a look at the sculpt. Oh yeah, and he's got a Tommy gun. It doesn't come with a figure, but I had one lying around, so I thought I'd use it. Obviously that's a scene in the movie as well, we're using the Tommy gun. So there's just a look at the sculpt. Fantastic. I mean, you probably wouldn't get better than that. You know, unbelievable, really, unbelievable, the level of quality in that. And yeah, like from a really great film, The Mask. You know, you can watch it anytime really, any time of the day, any time of the year, and yeah, it's a really good film and all that. And as I say, it was probably one of Jim Carrey's, along with probably Ace Ventura, probably one of his first like big roles that he got. And yeah, just a fantastic figure. They've done excellent with all the accessories and the tailoring as well. This coat's fantastic. Quality on that is really the lining, inner lining and all that, like the Dalmatian dots effect. So yeah, and the boots and everything. And yeah, just look at that sculpt again. Just you know, it really is fantastic work. And yeah, really really fortunate to have this in my collection. And yeah, as I say, a figure that probably won't be getting rid of anytime soon. And yeah, as I say, I think it's up there with probably Colt King's best piece of work. So yeah, The Mask. From The Mask, Jim Carrey, fantastic. Okay guys, next up is a figure of Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously, from the 1987 action adventure film The Running Man. Obviously Arnie getting into his stride by now, mid to late 80s. He's probably at the peak of his powers. And yeah, played Ben Richards obviously in The Running Man. Probably not one of his best films of the 80s. You know, obviously you got The Terminator, you got Predator, and you know, Total Recall as well. But yeah, this is a really nice figure, custom figure. The clothing is really nice. Obviously the Running Man suit, the little Adidas, the old Adidas logo, and the Ben Richards on the shirt, and the Adidas boots. So yeah, really nicely done. This was custom done by Dan Chung. So I'm not sure if any of these are available now. I got these probably about 5 or 6 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. And yeah, obviously Arnie, one of my favourite actors, and yeah, like larger than life personality. And yeah, done a good job with this, especially on the clothing and all that. The head sculpt's not bad either, for like a figure that was made 6 or 7 years ago now. Yeah, maybe even longer. So yeah, still looks really good, and it's really good on the body as well. This is the old muscle body from Hot Toys, which I think they modelled on Arnie's physique, and you know, it looks really good on the clothing and all that. Really replicates the look of Arnie really well. He was still quite a beefed up guy, you know, in the 80s and all that, and yeah, obviously still working out and all that. Probably not the height of his you know, bodybuilding days, but yeah, still nevertheless big guy and all that. Certainly probably one of the most muscular guys in Hollywood, certainly at the time. He had like challengers to his crown, you know, obviously like Stallone and Van Damme and people like that, but there is only one Arnie after all said and done. So yeah, just look at the clothes there, Richards, and yeah, just a really fantastic figure, and you know, it looks great in the detail and all that. So yeah, the Ben Richards figure from The Running Man by Dan Chung. Yeah. Guys, finally we get onto Hot Toys figure, and but predictably it's one of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Probably won't be the last Arnie figure on this list, so be prepared. Yeah, so it's obviously John Matrix from the iconic Commando film. You know, all action, all neck breaking film of the 80s. And yeah, probably Arnie in one of his most macho roles, which there's been a few. So yeah, it just came loaded, this figure, with all the good stuff. Obviously it's based on John Matrix, the climax of the film, gets into the complex and turns into a one-man army and all that. So totally over the top and all that, but that's what we like and all that. So yeah, the detail on the little vest and all that, and the trousers and everything is just like first rate. You get the little rocket launcher, his little watch, all the weapons that he needs, the shotgun, get the Uzi 9mm, and the big long rifle that he uses, and you got the Desert Eagle there. So yeah, it's just a really fantastic figure. Really feels weighty as well, this figure, which it should do. And you just get the old claymore bags on both sides. Those are little claymores that he sets, obviously so he can blow the complex up and all that, just before he like confronts Bennett and all that. So yeah, just a really great figure. I think the head sculpt was really fantastic. Could have been a little bit more on point, but still a really great effort nevertheless. And obviously the camo and all that, it's really well done on the body. The body looks great, really well proportioned to how Arnie looked at the time. And yeah, it's just a really top figure. Sort of like came out of nowhere really, this figure. It was sort of like, it wasn't a figure that I thought Hot Toys would ever produce. Probably about 3 or 4 years old now, this figure. But yeah, they obviously decided to take on the Commando little knives in the back there. So yeah, just the detailing on this is like really first rate and all that, and it's got everything that you could want from a figure and all that. You possibly could say, you get an Arnie from earlier on in the film, without the war camo paint on his on the head. But nevertheless, it's a fantastic figure, and I guess when people think of Commando, they think of that, the iconic end scene and all that, where he's blowing up lots of shit and all that. So yeah, fantastic figure, and yeah, as I say, probably won't be the last Arnie on this list. So yeah, John Matrix from Commando, yeah, fantastic figure.